Well, thank you everyone for joining us. This is the MeWe Metaphysics and Wellness Fair for Energizing Body, Mind, Heart, and Soul. We're going to be here for the next 4 hours with about 15 practitioners. I think the list is growing slightly. A couple more people are joining us. So we've been hosting these events now for almost 7 years. Started off at my house in the living room with 6 practitioners, and we grew to be as many as 70 practitioners at a time in the live settings, in-person settings. We started doing fairs online 2 years ago, and we are doing many events online now. So it's so great to be able to meet with you still, even though we're not in person. And now we're all over the globe. We've had people join us from Asia, Australia, Europe. Very exciting. Let's see. So we're going to be here for 4 hours tonight, and we're going to have the practitioners introduce themselves first. We'll put some information in the chat in a moment about what's happening tonight. We have many different talks that will be happening. After the practitioners introduce themselves, we're going to do an intuitive panel with you where we answer your questions. If you know that you'd like to get in line to have a question answered, please let us know in the chat. We prioritize people that haven't asked a question before or haven't asked a question in a while. We want to be able to reach so many of you. And sometimes we're quick and we have time for lots of extra questions. So let us know if you have a question, and you'll hear about our different modalities and get an idea of what kind of question you might ask. A personal question, something that's deeply meaningful for you, is really the best thing. And keep in mind that we're recording tonight, so this will go up on the web. If you want to do work with someone more privately, our practitioners are going to be in breakout rooms to have conversations with you, to give talks, and they're all available to do private sessions with you too. I think all of us are offering our work at a lower fee tonight, so you can get maybe a smaller package or just a discount because you come to the fair and you get that special opportunity. Or you usually can schedule and do something with them during the next week or two because you've been here at that lower price. All right. I think what else is, we have a feedback form. We'd love to get your feedback tonight before you leave. And if you give us your contact info, you'll be able to hear from all of us about what we're doing, and we'll put you in a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. So all kinds of great things that will be appearing in the chat. And there is a flyer you can click on to see information about all of us as well. All right, well, I think let's start doing our introductions so you can learn more about us and hear about what we're doing. We'll start at the bottom of the alphabet this time. So we'll have Wyatt, and then Susie, and then Susan. And go ahead and take about a minute. I think we're all practitioners tonight, so everybody's got, just about a minute. All right, Wyatt, Susie, and then Susan. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Wyatt. I am a shamanism practitioner with the Wildwood Hollow. I'm also a shamanic life coach. By combining the ancient techniques of shamanism and modern techniques of coaching, I help my clients reconnect to their soul and also help them either begin or continue in their path of healing. Healing is a continuous thing. Once we begin it, it never really stops. Within shamanism, I do perform different techniques such as extractions, compassionate depossessions, soul retrievals, power retrievals, soul rememberings, releasing ceremonies, so on and so forth. I do also blend other modalities, including crystal healing, vocal crystal healing, sound therapy, aromatherapy, so on and so forth. So yeah, I will also be giving a talk about the Eastern Wind, which has been blowing quite strongly in many of our lives as of recently. So I look forward to seeing you all there at the talk, and I'm glad you're here.
Great, thanks so much for being here, Wyatt. And then who's next? We've got...
I am.
Susie, and then Susan, yeah, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Susie Parker Goins. I'm Blue Lightning Healing. You can find me at bluelightninghealing.com. I am a channel, so divine comes through me to talk to you. So spirit guides come through so you can establish a relationship with them. I also do past life healing, explorations and healings. I'm an energy healer. I do Reiki, body scans. I have a podcast called Blue Lightning Healing Meditations where I give my weekly talk and then a meditation attached to that. I encourage people to recognize that they have these abilities too. It's just which ones they resonate with. And so you can carry on and do your healing too. Don't have to be tied to one person. Tonight at 6:15, I'm giving a talk about spirit guides, like the care and feeding of them. And then at 7:15, I am talking about energy cords. And if we have time, we can do a meditation. And I can give you those tools you can use to help carry this information forward so you can work on them on your own. I'm looking forward to tonight. It's always a lovely group. Thanks.
Thanks, Susie. We'll have Susan, then Stephanie, and then Shelley Miller will be next. So Susan. Great.
Yep, I'm Susan, and I'm the owner of Inspired Life Essential Wellness. I am a healer and intuitive. I offer Reiki, sound healing. I also work with crystals and aromatherapy. I'm a yoga teacher and also do guided meditations. And this evening at 6:45, I'll be offering a Holy Fire Reiki guided meditation, as well as at 7:15, a full moon intention ritual cleanse, and at 8 o'clock, a sound bath. So I am so privileged to be here, and I look forward to talking and working with everybody. Thanks for being here.
Great, thank you so much, Susan. We've got Stephanie, then Shelley Miller, then Shelley Hoffberg. Stephanie, let's see.
You're muted, Stephanie.
You're
There
muted,
we go.
Stephanie. Yeah.
Okay, I'm Dr. Stephanie Stanfield. I have a PhD in energy medicine and a doctorate of theology, or THD, in spiritual counseling. I am a Reiki master, a level 2 healing touch. I do all kinds of chakra balancing and things like that. But recently, the guides have come to me and just said, let's start you being a channel, and you just really start opening yourself up, and we'll communicate through you to your clients so that they get the information they need for their highest and best good. And then they will be able to do it for themselves. Again, I can teach this stuff, but I'd really like for people to know that they are their own best healer. All healing is self-healing.
Great, thank you, Stephanie. All right, and we've got then Shelley Miller, Shelley Hoffberg, and then Lori.
Okay. Hi, I'm Shelley J. Miller. I am a psychic and a medium, and I read the Akashic Records. I have had my spiritual gifts since birth, and I've been reading and coaching professionally for 30 years. I read at the mastery level, so you can come to me with any question whatsoever. I'll be able to answer with Spirit's help. As the medium, I bring through evidential and validating messages from the other side, and that includes spirit guides, loved ones, angelic, and ascended masters. And I'm able to bring through interactive conversations, so you can actually have a conversation with your loved ones, get questions and answers and that kind of thing. Read the Akashic Records, that's past life information, and I'm a spiritual coach. You can reach me at shelleyjmiller.com. I'm doing a discount tonight that's quite a steep discount from my other rates, but I'm really happy to be here, and it's always a lovely time. So I look forward to tonight. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much, Shelley. We've got Shelley H., then Lori, then myself. Shelley, are you muted? We can't hear you yet. Where is Shelley?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Psychic Shelley Hoffer. I'm a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader for 30 years. And my decades of experience and keen insight give me a high level of accuracy. I'm highly intuitive, and I consider myself to be a spiritualist and an instrument for the divine, for spirit to speak through me as a medium. And I'm also, a gifted tarot reader and pet psychic.
Great, thank you. All right, then we've got Lori, myself, and then Jen.
Hi, I'm Lori, and I'm a channel, and I'm able to connect with your soul council, who helps you plan as a soul each lifetime before you incarnate. So when you have a session with me, I connect you directly with them. You can ask questions, and it's an interactive experience. I look forward to chatting with you tonight.
Great, thanks so much, Lori. All right, and I think I'm next, and then Jen, and then Jamie. I'm Lorelei Shmayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader. I read a set of archetypes in your eyes called Thrive Types that look at your natural talents, what motivates you, how you communicate, make decisions, how you protect yourself, and your growth lessons. And with that, I'm really reading your soul. I can answer questions about your soul purpose, career path. I can look at eyes of people in your life, so you can show me photos of people. I can tell you about them, talk about relationships, and I also use this for matchmaking and hiring, helping you find people that are great for whatever it is you want to do. I'm also a body psychology coach, so I'm all about being your authentic self and making choices that are great for you and people that are great for you to play with. All right. Let's see. And I'm going to give 2 talks tonight on my eye readings and also on using them for finding soulmates relationships. And so we've got then Jen Shiftwitch, and Galactic Ashley.
Hi, I'm Jen Rosner, and I'm a magnetic mind coach, and I really help people take what their soul loves, what really lights them up, and I help them align that with their mind, their thoughts, their perspectives, and their body, their behaviors, and their actions, so that we can get out of the problem-solving structure into the creation structure. And in the creation structure, the creative structure, you really go from focusing on fixing things to actually creating things. And when you're in that structure, you can literally take your desires, your goals, your dreams, and you could manifest them into physical form. You become a super conscious creator. And so in my talk, I'm going to be explaining all about this, how it works, why it works, the neuroscience behind it. And then there'll be an interactive experience that you guys will absolutely love. So I will be talking at 6:15 and then again at 7:30. Hope to see you there. And yeah.
Great, thanks so much, Jen. All right, then we've got the Shiftwitch, Galactic Ashley, and Donna.
Hi everybody, I am Jamie, the Shift Witch. I help you create shifts so radical, they must be magical. I do that through a combination of deep questioning, shadow work, guided meditation, empowered movement, and journaling. And the best thing is that we will do all of this together. I also offer healings through, I use earth energy, Reiki, elemental wands, and energetic movement. I'm here tonight promoting my 3 full moons program, and I am offering 30% big discount on that program. It's technically started October 1st, but I know there's some more people that are going to join me tonight. So come see me in my room. I will give you that link, and I can't not wait to work with you. It's going to be really fabulous. Have fun, everyone.
Great, thank you so much. All right, we've got then Galactic Ashley, Donna, and Brandi.
I just heard the word moon goddess, so all you moon goddesses out there, be sure to check out the Shift Witch. So I'm Galactic Ashley. I channel divine guidance for starseeds, connecting them to their star families and galactic lineages. I use light language frequencies and work with your cosmic connections to facilitate high frequency healing, transmissions, and encoded activations. Tonight, I think at 7 o'clock, I'm going to be doing a healing light language channeling session for everyone that's in there. If you would like to come in and talk about my upcoming channeling program, it's 10% off. So I have 10% off, and you can come, and it's a 9-week program. It's called Sovereignty and the Sacred Art of Channeling. And whether you have ever channeled before or whether you are already a channel, this program is for you. And if you are already a channel, then let's get in front of a group of people and practice, because that's what this program is for. Channeling is it is the best and biggest gift, and the best and biggest act of self-love that we can give ourselves is to channel divine through us. So come get your galactic groove on with me, and I will see you soon.
Thank you, Galactic Ashley. All right, next we've got Donna, Brandi, and Amanda.
Hi, everybody. I'm Donna Sauer. I have a PhD in biology and a master's in zoology. I taught for 30 years at universities in the medical sciences. I studied many years Lakota healing traditions, and I'm also a Reiki master. I do animal energy healings, long distance healings. I do animal communication, and also I do work with animals that have passed over. And tonight I'm going to be giving a talk on creating a psychically calm home for your pet at 6:30 and repeating that at 8:15. At the end of each one, I'll give a demonstration on how to ground your pet to bring calm and peace to them. So I look forward to seeing you all. I do many readings in my breakout room, and I accept donations for that to PayPal. I'll be posting my information, and it's also on the flyer that Lorelei has. Thank you. Look forward to seeing you all.
Thanks. We've got Brandi and then Amanda.
Hi, my name is Brandi Roberts. I am an oracle, which means that as an oracle, I do channel divine wisdom, angelic beings, various other beings. And I'm a Reiki master, and I'm psychic, and I'm a bit of a medical intuitive. And I work a lot with twin flame union, how to help that go smoothly. And Kundalini, people who are in Kundalini awakening, going through those sorts of multidimensional experiences. And tonight I'm going to talk about navigating yourself to your best possible outcome, how to get yourself on your best timeline, your best path. And I'm going to be sharing a video, about a 10-minute video that I have, and then having discussion on that when we go into our breakout rooms. And I work by donation only. Thank you.
Great, and then Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda from Snow Moon Tarot. Every week I have a hard time explaining who I am and what I do, but I really look forward to the breakout rooms where I can tell you more calmly in a normal way how I work with runes, how they go together. You can make sigils, you can do healing with them, how I read auras, and how I work with energy. But I read, I don't know if I said already, I'm a clairvoyant and I read runes and tarot, and I work with crystals too, do lithomancy. And yeah, we've been giving one talk tonight or two, but the one that's different is going to be, because it's October, getting messages from the ancestors and putting them into a workable energy that we can use to grow.
Great, thank you. All right, did all of the practitioners get a chance to introduce themselves? I think we did. All right, great. So lots of options, lots of people that are here tonight offering their work. And we appreciate any of your support with reaching more and more people. If you want to share on Facebook too, I will put that information again in the chat. All right, let's see. So tonight we have, we're first going to do an intuitive panel where we answer your questions. To just give you some samples of our work and what it's like to hear from us. You'll get to hear from several of us at the same time, so get different perspectives on your question. And then we'll all be moving into breakout rooms where you'll get to hear all those talks, have conversations with us about our work, and if you want to, you'll do sessions. So lots of, just lots of great opportunities for that. And I'll say more about how all that works when we get to the end of the intuitive panel section. So who has a question for the panel? It looks like no one has said they have a question so far. And just a few things I'll say before you ask, that if you want, this is free to have us answer your question. Just let us know in the chat that you have a question you'd like to ask. We're going to prioritize people that are new that have not asked questions in our panels before. And so you may ask a question about this topic, and when we answer your question, we may start sharing more deeply. Pardon me, my computer is doing something unusual. We may start sharing more deeply than you intend us to share, or about other topics of your life that for us are related, but that you weren't intending for us to talk about here in this recorded and to be published on the web setting. So if we're doing that, if there's anything we're doing that's not what you want us to be doing, please let us know. Unmute and let us know. Wave your hands around on the screen, chat, let us know. We so want to honor you. So whatever it is, just please let us know. So do keep in mind, it is going to be published, and if you want to have a conversation in private, all of these practitioners are available to do private sessions with you. So this is the opportunity to get free readings from several of us, briefly, to get a selection of perspectives and get a sense of what it's like to work with all of us. And you get all that lovely wisdom. Also, we believe that everyone is intuitive, particularly if you're drawn to this event, you might know that you're intuitive and open. So if something arrives for you when someone asks a question, we request that you leave the attention up with the panel tonight, just for us. And then when we're done answering someone's question, and by the way, you might want to write down what comes through when it arrives, or it might disappear. If you want, when the person is finished, you could privately chat them and ask them first, do they want to hear what came through for you? They might be full after hearing from all of us and they might not be interested. Please don't take it personally, the best you're able, and please honor whatever it is that they share, what they want. And then also, yes, and the opportunity is here for all of you. Even if you don't ask a question, you have an opportunity to learn from everything that's asked and everything that's offered. Usually our practitioners offer all kinds of great advice that's useful for so many of us. So I see some questions coming in. All right, great. We have time usually to answer 3, maybe 4 questions. And it looks like Yvette has stepped in. And Wenda Brewer maybe has stepped in. So we've, my assistants, by the way, are Anissa and Lola, and they're helping with all kinds of things. I didn't say some basics about Zoom. If you are newer to Zoom, you might be on a mobile device, so a phone or a tablet, or you're on a computer. It's a little different how it's set up with those. On the computer, for the bottom left, there's a mute button and a video button where you can turn the sound on and off and the video on and off. On the top right, there's speaker view or gallery view where you can toggle between seeing the speaker large or seeing the whole group. And there are a lot of us here, so you might need to click an arrow on the right to go to the next panel and then the arrow on the left to come back and forth. If you're on a phone, you tap your phone or your tablet, and then you can turn the video and the sound on and off. And you can swipe to the left to get to a panel with 4, and then swipe again to another 4, and that's how you can see a lot of the people who are here. Practitioners will be able to raise hands. Oh yeah, so practitioners, if you want to answer one of the questions that comes in, please, if you can use the Zoom software to raise your hand, that's the easiest way for us to track who wants to answer. And you do that by clicking participants on the bottom, and then you have a panel and you can click raise hand in the panel. But yeah, so participants, if you want to ask a question, just put it in the chat. And I know we've got several that have come in. It looks like Yvette, Gina, and Sherry are online. Great. And then there'll be a little bit about breakout rooms too, but we'll talk about that when we get closer. So about the chat, for both the phone and for the computer, you click on the bottom. For the chat, it'll open up a panel, and you can use the blue toggle to chat with all of us, everyone, or just one person at a time. And if you have participants open at the same time, you can scroll through participants, click a name, and the chat will go just to that person. If you're on your phone, you have to tap your phone. You have to click more, I think, and it goes to chat, and then you can see all the chat on your phone. All right, some of the background. All right, so we're gonna, and now Lessa is in line too. This is great, I'm very excited. All right. And practitioners, you should all, maybe Brandi will need the link, Lola and Anissa, so that, so they can see the questions. All right, so Linda, do you want to, Linda's in line first. Okay, I missed before Yvette. So we've got Linda, Yvette, Gina, Sherry, and Lessa. All right, Linda, do you want to jump in and ask your question? Do you want me to read it? Let's see where Linda is. Whoa, I can't see Linda. Oh, anyone see Linda? Maybe it's a different name now. The name changed.
She said you can read it.
Oh, can read it. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so looking for some direction with my family and myself. And yeah, so Linda doesn't have, I see, Linda. If you want to show your face, you can. You don't have to. So looking for direction for your family and for yourself. Yeah, so practitioners, anyone? Oh, and Wyatt. Okay, Wyatt, I think is in line first, and then Amanda. Go ahead, Wyatt.
All right. So Linda, I actually wanted you to choose a direction for me, as I'm going to give you a wind reading. I felt really called to. So north, south, east, or west. I don't know, you could type it in if you would like to. North.
And by the way, Wyatt, it's a little hard to hear you, so if you can kind of
I'll speak louder. How about that? Okay. So the north is the direction of spirit. Choosing a direction with your family. What's really interesting is I pulled the wind Ehecatl, who is Aztec, and it's the wind of passion, rising from the ashes. In the north, it is a sign that invisible forces are at work in your life. A soulmate need necessarily be your lover. It is someone who has your back, no matter what troubles you may face. Enrich your life by connecting deeply with the people you love and those who have your best interests at heart. When inconsistent forces abound, a Hecatile points out that you are neglecting your daily rituals, which prevents you from keeping your spiritual life in order. That is, I feel, really relating to what is going on. Maybe reconnect to your family, bring out that spiritual side yet again. I don't know if you guys have a spiritual ritual that you do, like maybe praying over dinner or whatnot, but maybe that would help reconnect if that is something that's going on.
Okay, great. So then we've got Amanda, and then I understand Shelley's in line.
Okay, I forget exactly what the question was, but I pulled Isa for you, and Isa is ice. Ice, a huge glacier of ice, unmoving. Looking at it, you'd think completely impossible situation. It's just not going to ever move. But if you think about ice, think about snowflakes. Snowflakes are also ice, but they're small and they're beautiful and they're falling around and they're swirling around. There's different ways to look at a large, unmovable situation. So I guess keep your eyes lifted to find the answer, which I guess kind of goes along with what Wyatt was saying. Definitely spiritually connecting is going to keep you in seeing maybe a way around this glacier that you didn't see before, or you can see how maybe this glacier is helping you in some way that you weren't thinking of.
Okay, great. And then I understand Shelley's in line. Oh, Shelley, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. It's interesting that Amanda is talking about spirituality because I'm picking up the Hierophant, which is a spiritual card, a very spiritual card. And it feels that this is a time spiritually that you and your family need to have faith in a higher power. I feel that there's some issues going on with the family right now that need to be resolved, unresolved issues, and that having faith in a spiritual power is what's going to get you through the crisis, the family crisis that you're going through, is going to bring you together, is going to bring you closer together, because I do feel that the family is going to become more stronger, and this card is saying that you get through the issues that you're going through by having faith and a stronger spiritual power, that you are going to resolve the issues. And what's ahead for your family, I feel, is being not only your brothers and sisters and parents, but the immediate family, but also cousins, uncles, and aunts, is that during the holiday, there's some kind of gathering. I feel that there's family members that you haven't seen in a long time, and that the family is going to gather together. So I see the extended family being close, not just the immediate family, but the extended family being close, and the family becoming closer and becoming more spiritually evolved. Thank you.
Great, thank you. We've got Brandi and then Susan.
So for me, I was called to pick up a clear calcite. I don't know where you can see that. It's Iceland spar. And I really resonate with, and I beg your pardon, the second lady who spoke. But what the stone is telling me is like a bubble bath, like for meditation, like a nice long bubble bath, but also with salt in it, so that you kind of soak the toxins out of the bottom of your feet and then allow the rest of it to kind of nourish and uplift. You know, we want to call up our happy thoughts from childhood, and a lot of those are stuffed down in our feet, buried in toxins and all sorts of things, you know, that we carry around with us and that we don't want to pay attention to. So a nice long soak meditation in a bath with salt specifically is going to really benefit to clear out your own system and help you think clearer for focus.
Great, thank you, Brandi. All right, we've got Susan.
I pulled a couple cards from the Sovereign Oracle deck, and what came out on the bottom of the deck, which is, a lot of times what we don't see or what we don't, is kind of hiding, was feedback. And I know it's tiny, but it says feedback. Ask trusted partners for input. Be discerning about the signals from ways, and get input in a loving manner with the intention of highest good for all. So maybe discussing if there's somebody in the family that you trust, but yeah, be discerning. Trust your own input, your own self, and communicate lovingly. And then the one that came off the top of the deck was surrender. So let go of changing things outside of your control. Don't let the drive for your ego get in the way of true peace, and release the need to win. So again, keeping in mind, keeping for the highest good of all, and letting go, what's outside of your control, what's really your problem. Not everything that you care about is yours to carry. So I hope that was helpful, and I hope I can get my speaker fixed, because I guess.
Sorry, we lost you again. Maybe you just muted. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I just tried muting and unmuting, so.
Yeah. I found I've had this happen before. You're clear when I unmute, so I unmuted and you got clear. It's a really strange phenomenon. All right, Zoom, who knows? Okay.
Zoom the foo.
Great. All right. Well, thanks so much, Linda, for asking the question. I hope that feedback has been useful. I saw you said thank you. So good. All right, great. Well, let's see. So then Yvette is next. Thank you, practitioners, for your answers, your wisdom. All right, Yvette, did you want to come on screen? Do you want me to read what you wrote? We can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. Mine is, what does my past life want me to know?
So, a past life.
Can see me.
Well, we will see what comes through. I know a number of people read. All right, we have Susie and then the Shift Witch.
Hey, Yvette. First off, there's going to be, first, may I have permission to look? Because I'm not, okay.
Yes.
So there.
And I'm going to write, if that's okay. I'm not ignoring you.
Okay, that's cool. This is also recorded, so you can refer to it later. But
okay, cool.
The way the question was phrased is, what does my past life tell me? What I find is that everybody has a whole bunch of past lives, and when I do a reading, these are the past lives that are coming forward. And so what I'm seeing right now these are lives in which learning to speak your truth in such a way that you feel heard. It's not so much as whether somebody hears you, but you want to be heard and understood. Let's see, there's, like some women who have not been heard. There's this image they're presenting is that she's just screaming into the stars, into the dark. And so what she asks of you is to take the time to think about what your message needs to be, what you need to convey to people, and to act accordingly. So whether you need to be teaching classes, or I'm seeing a blog too, where you start to say your truth, because being able to say your truth is really important to your growth right now. Yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, then we've got the Shift Witch, Amanda, and Brandi.
That what I got right away is that you've been having a lot coming through in your dreams, but maybe you haven't realized that's past life stuff coming through. So I'd really pay attention to what is coming through in your dreams, because they are communicating with you through that. So just trust that what you are seeing and hearing and dreaming about are just some nice communications from your past selves.
Okay, thank you.
Right, and then Amanda and Brandi.
Okay, I pulled Thurisaz, which is Thor, and it's Thor's hammer, and it's also the giants. So this is a very fiery, passionate energy. I don't know if you know who Thor is, but he's the Norse god who has a really big hammer. He goes around, he's happy-go-lucky. He is just this big burly guy, walks in, wants to have a party, is going to make a big mess. He's not going to take crap from anybody, doesn't care. He feels bad about nothing. But I'm not saying that that's you. So don't hear that. That's not. But the energy of this, right, is, and what I want you to take away. And I'm looking at your face on the screen. Maybe I'll look at the thing. I don't know. It's like a passionate, excited energy, which sometimes people might think you're angry, but really you just care a lot. And so you might be expressing yourself. And in past lives, if you have a past life, which is like Thor, who is very like that guy, very connected to the earth and what's around you, and very important. Everything's so important to you, and maybe people might think you're angry when you just are really passionate. So maybe think about that. Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
Sure.
All right, great. And then Brandi.
There. So, I've got to agree with everybody, what they've said. First, when Susie mentioned teacher, what came through for me immediately was maestro, like a very boisterous, very powerful maestro. And I don't know if I'm necessarily talking like witch with a wand, but the way that you create, the way that you desire to create is sort of masculine in its passion, but it's feminine in its desire. So I would say it is heavy with masculine influence. And so past life, I would say, if anything, you're calling on a masculine knowing, something that you have had a very strong knowing of, that you're calling on first to sort of allow your feminine to edge up next to balance you. So, but you're sort of jumping out of the gates. You've got this wild passion about something. I don't know what is in the back of your mind, but it's whatever it is, you want to teach it, you want to demonstrate it, and you want to do it with flair, and you're very, very good at it.
Thank you.
All right, great. Galactic Ashley has something also. Go ahead.
Yeah, real quick. I thought I was going to just type it in the chat, but it kept getting longer. So I want to go back to what Susie said really quickly, like yes, 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 everything that she said. But the one thing that I want, and this is for anybody who feels that they're called to speak, whether it's to be a messenger or not, if you have a messenger soul type, that the best thing that you can do for yourself is to let go of the need to be heard. And then go back to all of those parts of yourself where when you were growing up, you were not heard, you felt unheard. And to hear those aspects of yourself, to send love to those aspects to yourself, and then to move forward without attachment to the need to be heard, trusting that you will attract the people who want to hear you, who you are here to be a voice to help them to also activate their voices. Because women at this time in general, the female divine feminine, that energy that is in all of us needs to start to speak. And so if you are embodying that energy, then speak, but speak without attachment to being heard. And these aspects that you are asking about, they are trying to help you to find your voice again, and to also find your multidimensional voice. Thank you.
All right, great. Let's see. Brandi, do you have something else you wanted to share briefly?
I did. I just like to call out synchronicity when I see it. And specifically with you, when we first started chatting with you, there was only one balloon above you. And since we've been chatting about divine feminine, now there are 3 pink balloons that are now visible above you. And I just think that's really powerful synchronicity. And I don't know if you're familiar with that, but if you are, you can sort of take note of how your environment moves around you to show and demonstrate and support things that you hear and learn about yourself. So I wanted to point that out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, all right. Thank you, Yvette, for your question. Thank you, practitioners, for your answers. All right. And let's see. So now we've got Gina B. Are you available?
Yeah,
Great.
I am. So I'm just curious, what crystal should I be working with and meditating with?
Great. Practitioners. Yeah, so let's just see if anyone else has something first. I guess one thing I can say too, and I have lost my stone. Unfortunately, I think it was stolen in my bag earlier this year, but your eyes, I think that you have a lot of scholar talent like me. So you're really strong intellectually. And so breaking through some of that and connecting to your intuition is really important. And the people that know crystals can tell me better than that. So fluorite, I think, is something that will really help you connect to your intuition. That's my guess. Yeah, so I have a lot of scholar too, so that's why fluorite. All right, so I'm just going to shift the order around a little bit just based on, oh goodness, you've all been sharing. It's great. I guess whatever. We'll just go. So Brandi, Susie, Galactic Ashley, Amanda, and then the Shift Witch. So Brandi, go ahead.
You know, I'm still trying to look for the lady who asked the question so I could get her energy.
Oh, great.
And my
can
hand was up from last
pin her
time.
for
Sorry.
a moment. Where'd she go?
Yeah, I'm not finding her.
Are you still, do you still have your video on?
Yeah, I do. I have it. I'm waving to you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can pin you. Yeah.
And then I didn't have my hand up yet, so if I could come back.
Maybe it was just still there. Okay, sure. So Susie, Galactic Ashley, and then Amanda.
Okay. Hey, Gina. I heard immediately pink quartz. I have a palm stone here, and pink quartz is about divine love. And so, as Lorelei mentioned, you are intellectually inclined. So the pink quartz is going to help you connect with your intuition, to help you connect with divine, and then developing a trust with which to work with it. But you know, whatever stone resonates with you is the stone to work with. We can give you some pointers, but that's what I saw. So have fun playing with stones.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Then we've got Galactic Ashley, Amanda, and the Shift Witch.
Okay, so I was called to just say this really quickly. This is for you, but this is a stone of our time. Labradorite, I'm probably saying it wrong, but this can be helpful for you and for everybody right now that's trying to do any subconscious work, any wound healing, anything, because 2020, not only is it like, oh, look at this beautiful year that we've brought you, right? Things are going to get intense, but it's also a time for us to have this 2020 vision, like in hindsight, right? So on December 31st, we'll be able to look back. But to use that stone, because it's basically showing you how reflective it is and how light it is and how it has those flashes of iridescence in it. So it's reminding us that we can do this work and we can be in this perception of darkness, but that we are these flashes of light. So it wants to work with you. It also wants to work with everybody in this room. And I just been getting labradorite like crazy for everyone. So
thank you.
Thank you, Galactic Ashley. All right. And then let's see, Amanda, the Shift Witch, Lori, and then Brandi's gonna be ready. All right, Amanda, the Shift Witch.
Okay. Oh, and Galactic Ashley, thank you. Labradorite ring, visual aid for everybody. I'm on track. I picked up fire opal, and this has to do with your inner spark, your fire, and really finding something that inspires passion and creativity in yourself. And then when you find that, that's going to help you trust more in general, because you're going to feel more connected to yourself. And yeah, so that's what I got.
Thank you.
Sure.
Then the Shift Witch, Lori, and Brandi.
I'd like to say something too.
Shelley, go ahead and jump in. Go ahead right now.
Okay. Gina, I feel the best crystal I find for spiritual growth and spiritual development is amethyst. And amethyst is a purple crystal. And I feel that you are a very intuitive person. So another crystal that would be good for you would also be turquoise, and turquoise is for psychic development. So you should use every day, you should meditate with amethyst for higher spiritual awareness, and turquoise to open up your intuitive channels, because you are very intuitive. You have been, since you have been a child, have had strong intuition, and you get strong feelings from people that when you meet somebody, you could size them up right away, and either you like them or you don't like them. You know, so that would be the best crystals for you. Thank you, Lorelei, for letting me tell her that.
Thanks, Shelley, for jumping in. All right, the Shift Witch, Lori, and then Brandi.
I tend to be attracted to crystals using them in a different way than a lot of people do. I have weird reactions. So what I always tell people is go somewhere, like a crystal store, and just pick up all different crystals and really tune in and see how you feel. Like really scan your whole body while you're holding it. Because for instance, for me, fluorite can have some crazy effects on me. So, but labradorite calms me down right away. So you don't always know what the effect is going to be. So it's, if you have the opportunity, I know it's kind of weird right now, but if you have the opportunity to go somewhere where you can get a hold of them and just spend a moment with them, the crystal will definitely let you know. I hope that helps.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, then we've got Lori and Brandi.
So what I'm getting very strongly, Gina, is that you can actually hear the stones speak to you if you just tune in and pay attention. It may be subtle. You may not actually hear it in words, but you may. So it's about going and holding the stones and just listening and seeing either what you feel or what you actually hear.
Yes, thank you.
All right, great. And then Brandi.
Hi. So for me, I really like the fire opal suggestion. What came to me was red jasper. Red jasper is similar as far as the sacral chakra, the creativity, also sexual, I don't know, normalcy, like balancing through that with creativity. And then in addition, hematite. Hematite, carrying a nice size hunk of hematite in your right pocket when you're out and about helps shield your energetic particles to you, keep other people's particles to them. It also helps balance the iron in your blood as you're walking. So it's really beneficial to carry. That was calling to me. And then also blue calcite for humor. If you're going through some sort of a personal awareness that may be a little bit frantic for you, carry blue calcite to help with your ability to sort of laugh through it.
Thank you. You guys are also amazing. You have no idea how much what you guys said just resonates with me.
And we've got
And
one more.
Lorelei?
Who Stephanie wanted to share. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Are we ready for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I can't seem to raise my hand, so I apologize for just interrupting. The holding of the crystal is a very, very valid idea. But another thing you can do if you can't get into a store is to get one of the crystal Bible books and flip through the pictures. Now I'm getting for you angelite, and seraphonite. Angelite is kind of a bluish stone, and blue calcite also resonates highly. Seraphonite is a green stone, and it almost looks, if you get a really pretty cut of a stone, it almost looks like a forest in the stone. It's got up and down if it's cut correctly. And both of those are asking you to lighten up. So again, the humor, the lightness, the joy, it feels like you've been taking things way too seriously lately. And labradorite is, of course, kind of a good all-around stone for connecting to the spiritual self. But if you can't physically get into a store, remember, everything is energy. And these crystals are just all vibration. So you can get a crystal Bible and flip through till a stone says stop on this page. Sit with it for a little bit. Say, are you my stone even today? I mean, just get it as present moment as possible. Are you my stone today? And then see what the qualities are.
Thank you.
Great, great. Thank you so much for your question, Gina. And thank you, practitioners, for so many great answers. How lovely. I'm going to skip very briefly. Maybe one or two practitioners have something to say to Lesa's question, and I'm just going to read it out. Lesa asks, why does the pendulum stay still, shake, or sometimes feel it sticks a little in the middle of an answer? Who works with a pendulum and can share that? Does anyone? Stephanie, go ahead.
I started pendulating with a piece of yarn and a washer when I was taking my classes with Norm Shealy for my PhD. And when it stays absolutely still, that indicates a very stuck energy. And again, I'm reminded of the iceberg in the runes. It feels like we are coming up to a time where the old energy needs to be cleared out. And it sometimes feels like we're taking a hairdryer to an iceberg to change it. But again, remember, it's made up of snowflakes. So work with small pieces. So if you get it freezing or reversing, that's sometimes a psychological reversal. And you can just hold 2 spots before below your collarbone and belly breathe. And maybe you're not ready to get the answer yet either. So my first question to that is, am I ready to receive the answer? Sometimes I get no. And so then I just move on.
Great. And then Brandi had something to share too, briefly. Go ahead, Brandi.
What's coming to me, oh, sorry. What's coming to me is that it may not be that the pendulum wants to work with you in the way that you were working with it. Meaning that if you held it over a body part, you would understand if it paused in a certain spot. I almost feel like you have a healing ability using your pendulum, more so than as a yes or no or some sort of a phraseology assistance, if that makes sense, to instead hold it over your body and see where it goes and navigates and pauses, and then see if you can feel the energy from the crystal resonating with your body to do it. That's how I feel the pendulum is sort of making its awareness to you with doing different things when you expect it to do something else, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you. I wanted to get in just a little answer to that. And then we're going to go right back to the person that was in line before is Sherry. So we're going to have just very, very brief answers for Sherry. So practitioners, if you could just make it very brief. And then I'm so sorry, Lynn and Raymond and Kimberly P., we don't have time to get to your answers, your questions. But all the practitioners are going to be here for several hours. And so you'll have a chance to chat with them. And then if you want to, you could do a session with someone tonight after you get to know a few of the practitioners. And we also have awakening panel events where you can pay a smaller amount and you'll get to do something like this, and you'll hear answers from several practitioners. So we don't have any scheduled at the moment, but we have some that are in the planning, and so we'll have more of those too. All right, Sherry, did you want to come on video and ask your question?
Hi.
Great, thanks so much.
I have a couple of projects in the works, and I also created a virtual fair. I used to do them live for 5 years in South Florida, and I'd like to know about the direction that this is going in, or another direction in my career with something else that I have in mind.
Okay, great, great. Yeah, so I got some things brewing. I'd say you totally seem like you have the energy that you could continue doing fairs online. It's so I don't know how much you've explored doing that. But yeah, that seems like something that's very possible. Yeah, trying to sense from your eyes and your energy. Let's see. Yeah, no, I gotcha. You have clarity. You're able to set the vision for what you see a vision of what's possible, of what you want to create, and you're able to be persuasive and clear enough in directing the formation of that. You seem like you can be good with technology. You might want to have an assistant so you don't have to hold all of it yourself. Just like I have people that are helping hold things, but you're able to figure that out and figure out the puzzle and play with the different pieces for things. It seems like you have natural ability at that. Yeah, anyway, that's some of what I see. Brandi, go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, well, there you are. I want to pin your video. Okay, so one of the first things that came through for me is, number one, you have a very centered way of being. So you're very focused. You have also a knack for organization. One of the things that came through immediately, though, is that I could almost not even breathe to say that to you, meaning that you're not being heard. So there's something in your throat chakra that's very blocked because you have all the passion, you have all the desire, and you have, like, again, the organizational abilities that match your metaphysical awareness. Like, you're very balanced in a lot of ways, except the throat. And that comes from not being heard. So I would ask yourself the question, you know, maybe go back to, okay, I'm feeling under 5. Ask yourself, what happened to you under 5 where you instinctively became unheard? Ask yourself that question in meditation, and I think you'll see things change. And blessings. You have beautiful energy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great. Any other practitioners want to share? Stephanie, go ahead.
I looked at your image when you were talking. You are surrounded by ultra high vibration. And the 5th chakra is also your center of your will. So it feels as if you're sitting with your hands kind of in the back of your neck saying, I will not accept angelic help. I will not speak my truth. I will not, I will not, I will not. And I would just invite you to just kind of unlock your fingers and the energetic barrier that is back there, because you have all the help you need and it's already done and you've forgotten that.
Thank you.
All right, great. Oh, Amanda has something. Go ahead, Amanda.
I was trying not to talk, but I failed. Right when you said clarity, Lorelei, I was picking up the rune Sawilo, which is the sun and clarity, basically. So I see a lot of fire within you, and I was going to die when your cattail was whacking your hair, because that just like made my day so far. I love that. But anyway, I'm off track. But fire. So yeah, using the fire to see instead of having it engulf you.
Great. Oh, and the shift would touch something too. Go ahead.
I heard at the beginning but wasn't going to say anything until someone else mentioned angels. Stephanie mentioned angels, and that's what I heard right away was trust the angels. And that's not the kind of message I usually get. So it must really mean something. So I hope that helps you and that gives you some guidance.
Well, they must be around. Are there any angel readers here today? Do you see angels?
There are, yeah, Stephanie.
I see Archangel Raziel. He's the Archangel of Spiritual Gifts and Talents. He is around you. He has an orange vibration. Some people refer to him as the Rainbow Angel. However, he's telling me for you, he's going to be vibrant orange. Are you a Leo?
No.
Oh, interesting. Anyway, the Archangel Raziel.
Raziel. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you have an angel picture in your background, and to me that looks familiar as Michael, but it may not be Michael.
It is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He's there for you too.
It's right over my shoulder.
Well, and actually, I have not done my job, so I don't have the breakout rooms all set up yet. So one lucky person gets a question answered while I get that all done right now. So actually, so Lynn, you're next in line. So you actually get to ask your question. Did you want to jump in? Is Lynn here? Does anyone see Lynn? And if not, we'll go on to the next person. But I don't see Lynn. Lola or Anissa, do you see Lynn?
I do not see Lynn.
All right,
Participant
so
list.
Raymond. Raymond, are you here? Some people have disappeared. All right, well, Kimberly. Is Kimberly here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right.
Hi. Okay, so I have a question about my pet Scruffy. He has quite a personality, so I was wanting information about his personality and any health issues they might see with him. I know a few things, but he has something going on, so I don't know if they can pick up on that.
And by the way, Lola or Anissa, if you can help with coordinating practitioners' responses right now so I can do the breakout rooms, that'd be great.
Okay, Shelley, you have your hand up. You're muted. Shelley, you're still muted.
Picking up, Kimberly, I wrote you a message in chat. I picked up as a dog, and I picked up he's very playful and outgoing, and he likes to have a lot of fun, and he's mischievous. But what I was picking up with health had to do with something with his stomach, and and there might be something in the kibble that you are giving to him that he has allergic reaction to. Because if you don't get natural kibble and you get the kibble from the supermarket, you don't know what kind of stuff they put in it. And there's something he has allergic reaction to it. And I was picking up that he might have allergic reaction to wheat, and that you should check in back of the package of your kibble to see if there's any wheat or gluten in the dog food.
Okay.
Because I feel that that's upsetting his stomach, because I pick up he has a very delicate stomach.
Okay.
And sometimes he eats fast. You know, he eats really fast, and so he eats too fast and coughs. So I'm picking up something in the dog food like wheat or gluten that he's allergic to. So I would, check with your veterinarian and maybe have him recommend a dog kibble for you. And he likes meat, and you should give him more meat that he likes. I'm picking up something with his stomach. And does he have anything with his breathing?
Yeah, he has the trach disease, and he has a heart murmur.
Okay, because I was picking up the breathing, and I feel that sometimes because of the heart condition, the chest is kind of tight. There's a tightness. There's a tightness in the chest, and that interferes with his breathing. And you might want to talk to your veterinarian about what could be done what kind of medication could be given to him that his heart could breathe, that could help his heart to beat more normally, so it doesn't cause a tightness in the chest that interferes with his breathing.
Okay.
Thank you, Shelley.
Thank you for that.
Donna, and then Brandi.
Hi. Can you tell me what color Scruffy is?
He's like a light. Oh, he's getting lighter, like a cream color with some brown in him. He's a Pika Pom, so he's a combination between a Pomeranian and a Pekingese when his hair is grown out.
Okay. And about how old is he?
He is 15.
And you say that he has collapsed trachea?
He has the trachea and a heart murmur.
Yeah. I don't have time to do the whole thing, but I picked up on his left side, underneath his ribs, at the bottom where his ribs are, some a small amount of swelling or pressure, and that's what I picked up. But it's interesting that you got on today, because I just got home from taking my Shih Tzu to the vet for a collapsed trachea today, which I didn't know what it was, and he was saying it was possibly from the smoke. But one of the side symptoms of that is liver. It affects the liver.
Oh, so, it does? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I haven't read the whole paper. I just had a chance to just scan over it. So I don't know. I'm not diagnosing here. I'm not a vet or anything, but I did get that pressure on the left side. Yeah, left side, just underneath the ribs, right where the ribs end, down there.
Okay.
So but I don't. It's not causing him any pain, but it was just shown to me that was an area that he might be feeling a little pressure. So anyway, I'm sorry I can't do more because
No, thank you for that.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck with him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Brandi, and then Amanda.
Thank you. So it's interesting. I'm getting the same thing. The first thing that came through was it was really hard to breathe. and I could feel like air coming all up through the middle, like there was an overabundance of air that needed to get out, and a lot trapped, and so when it comes in like waves. And the other thing that I felt is that he would be more comfortable. It was really interesting. I also feel something underneath like the ribs on the left. So almost laying like in an arc or a curl, not like straight. So that there's a little bit of relief there, maybe a pillow up underneath his chest. And then the other thing he was telling me is that if you sort of massage his right ear and jaw, something about that, there's tension, like the jaw doesn't sit straight. And he's just asking, like, there's a little bit of like right in here. If you could just sort of massage him a little bit as he lays his head sideways, that would help him feel a little bit better.
Okay, I'll try that. He got a weird personality. Like, he'll growl sometimes, and sometimes he gets like he'll want you to touch him, and then he don't want you to touch him. So I don't know if he wants me to touch him sometimes when he growls a little. So I don't know if that's just part of his personality. I'm like his third order, but I've had him for quite some time now. So.
You know, he's telling me that he's got sort of loss of feeling here. So the rubbing of it is sort of to help stimulate activity.
Okay.
But between
and this
the
is
ear.
on the left side or the right side? I'm sorry.
You know, okay, sometimes I do get it backwards. I will say that, but I believe it's on the right side. Yeah.
Okay, right side. Okay.
Feels like it's on the right side. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Blessings.
Thank you, Brandi. Amanda, did you still have something?
I do. I feel like I'm off track and not answering the question. That's why I was like, maybe I shouldn't say anything. But just in case this is helping, I got this card, and immediately I was like, he's not getting enough exercise, but it sounds like he probably can't. He would love to get out, though. So, you know those dog strollers? I always pick on people that have them, but I would do the same thing if my dog couldn't walk. So what am I even saying? He would, if he got out and saw stuff, it might distract him from his pain. Basically.
Okay, thank you for that.
Did anyone else have anything they'd like to say? Or Lorelei, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm just about ready. I can't find one person. I can't find Shelly Miller. Where is Shelly?
Thank you, everybody, for your information. I really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for your question. And you got lucky because I didn't get my job done. All right. Yeah, is Shelly Miller here? Just so I can.
Shelly Miller had problems with her computer.
Okay, so she'll be back, hopefully. All right.
I don't know if she's going to be back or not. She's having computer problems.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah, she left her contact information in the chat, and my internet's been going in and out too. So I'm asking the angels to keep me in communication with you all.
Okay, let's see. And we're just making a few people co-hosts. Any practitioners that need to be a co-host before you go into your room, let us know. We're working on giving that to you right now. And so you'll be all set for that. And so everyone, start thinking about what practitioner you might want to go, what practitioner's room you want to go to first. So I know there's some talks that are going to be happening. We're just about to start at 6:15. We're going to have Master the Art of Superconscious Creation and Group Healing with Jen Rosner, and Spirit Guides with Susie Goins. So those are coming up in just a few minutes. And then all the practitioners are going to be in their rooms. So lots of opportunities. Who am I looking for? I'm looking for someone else to make them a co-host. Lots of opportunities to go chat with practitioners. Sorry, there's one more co-host. Here we go, Brandi. Let me go find Brandi. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brandi is a co-host now too. Okay, great. So if you know what room you want to go in, let us know in the chat where you want to go, and we will start placing you in those rooms in just a moment. And yeah, great. I see some messages are starting to go in. You can write to Lola, Anissa, or just put the chat into everybody. That's great. So practitioners, I'm going to open up the breakout rooms. And then, so what we're going to do for the rest of the fair is the practitioners will be in their breakout rooms. So just say a whole set of breakout rooms with their names on them. And so you'll be moving in and out of those unless you want to do a session with someone. And then we're going to send you to a private room just for the session. So if you want to do a session, if the practitioner's busy, you can let Anissa and Lola know, and we'll get you on the list. And as soon as the practitioner's free, we will connect you together. And if you want to do a session with a practitioner and they're available, just go into the room and tell them. And then you're going to come out into the main room, and then we'll put you into a private room together so no one will disturb you. When you're in one of the practitioners' breakout rooms that has their name on it, you can stay as long or as short as you want, move around as much as you want. It's fine, it's free, just bounce around. Every time you come back out to the main room, you'll just say where you want to go, and Anissa and Lola will move you there. And if you're on your computer, the first time you go into a breakout room, you're going to get a message up on the screen. But after that, there's not going to be a message. You have to go down on the bottom of your screen and click breakout room, and then it will send you to the room that we've just put you in. If you're on a phone or a tablet, tap your screen, and then on the top left, it usually, I think it's in blue, it will you'll click breakout room, and then it'll take you to the breakout room where you're wanting to go. We can put you in another room and give you tech help if you need that. And I feel like there's, oh yes, and when you're ready to leave a breakout room, on the bottom right of your screen, or might be at the top right of your screen if you're on a mobile device, tap the leave, and then it will give you several options. And you want to make sure that you just leave the room so that you don't completely disappear out of the event. And if you do, though, just go to jointhefair.com and you can get right back in. Please remember also, if you could put in the chat right now before everyone leaves, put in the link for getting the signing up, giving us feedback on the event so you can get entered into the drawing for the free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. That would be great. This is a great time as you're moving around here just to fill out that form. All you have to do is click on the link in the chat, and poof, it'll open up a browser window where you can fill out that form. That'd be great. All right. So if someone could just paste in the information in the chat about that one, I can go look for it too. Oh yeah, great. Enter the drawing is there. Okay, great. I'm going to open up the rooms, and then I'm going to pass the reins to, I think, Anissa, and then she's going to start moving everyone around where you want to go. And any of you that are still left in the main room, we'll just help place you after we get everything started. And the 2 talks are happening just right now with Jen and with Susie. There you go. All right, the rooms are opening. So practitioners, you're going to be able to get whisked out. And it's great on the recording. You can see everyone moving around, right? And the screen is shifting and changing as people are going. And all right, I'm going to hand the host over to Anissa, and then you can make me a co-host. Okay, great. Great. And for those of you watching the video, we've got lots more events all the time. Check out MeWeFairs.com, MEWEFAIRS.com. Thanks for being here. Oh, and also, if you watching the recording, in the notes with the recording, you'll see a link to the flyer. So you'll be able to see the contact info for all the practitioners that have been here today. So you're welcome to reach out to them.